Hello, YouTube. We're back with some more internet historian. Let's start. What did he say?
Hi there.
Hi.
You're probably wondering how I got this tan.
No?
Well, let me tell you the story.
Were you
It
wondering?
begins with a man by the name of Billy McFarland. Billy was a good boy. At 22, he had dreams of becoming a super wealthy entrepreneur, dropping out of college to start a business called Magnesis. Over the years, he managed to network with some powerful people. One of them was Ja Rule. Translated from
really?
German, I believe it means yes, rule. Over drinks, he pitched an idea. Here's an accurate recreation of that event. Mr. Rule, he said, I have a brilliant idea.
Oh no!
Like, yo, what happened? I'm like, yo, this thing too wild, fucking big.
Precisely, great minds think alike. It will be 2 weeks of absolute luxury in the Bahamas.
Doubt. Oh damn! Oh my god! I'm going to get blocked on YouTube for like, for age restricted content again. Homies, please.
Began in late 2016.
I remember Fyre
promised
Festival.
Beaches, ladies, gourmet food,
Ooh.
luxury villas. Hosted on a private island in the Bahamas called Fyre Cay, once owned by Pablo Escobar.
Really?
VIP tickets up to $250,000. Swimming pigs. Blink 182. Major laser. A steel drum. Welcome to Fyre.
A steel drum is an attraction.
Best 2 damn weeks of your life. I bought my ticket immediately.
Did you?
The day arrives. About 5,000 people are making their way directly from Miami.
I remember the whole shit show around this. Did anybody in chat or YouTube comments buy the tickets? If so, did you go? If so, please tell us your experience.
The airport, and there are huge delays to get to Fyre Cay. Although I shouldn't say Fyre Cay, because it doesn't exist. In the marketing, they referenced this island, which is actually Norman's Cay, run by George Jung, not Pablo, by the way. But that doesn't matter because we're not going there either. We're going to Great Exuma. Private island? Forget that. Population, 7,000. In fact, we're basically in the parking lot of a sandals resort.
No.
In the end, only about 500 of us make it to the island. The remaining customers' flights are cancelled. You're about to see why. We're hauled onto a school bus and taken to the site, a gravel lot with a bunch of FEMA tents.
Oh no!
Remember those promises of luxurious villas? Pranked ya. Enjoy your stay, and don't forget your complimentary cup of UNICEF rice.
Turn this bus right around.
Once there, no one knows whose tent belongs to whom, so staff try getting everyone into a line. Then they abandon that idea and tell everyone it's a free-for-all.
That's a terrible idea.
Expecting a party, this guy took all of his drugs on the flight over. He's the only one having any fun. Everyone else?
How are you supposed to party in this context? They have porta potties. Now, I've never been to a rave. I do have friends going to Coachella this year, but I'm not personally going because I don't want to touch grass. But porta potties. Ew. God, they stink more than I do.
Also grumpy because it's been 5 hours and there's no food.
No food?
In lieu of food, staff decide to start handing out tons of free tequila. This only exacerbates
No.
Once the food does arrive, it's just as delectable as promised though. Gourmet craft single there. A few hours later, bags arrive on a shipping container. It was getting dark and there was no lighting.
So everybody's walking around with their cell phones trying to look for their
On a shipping container? They don't have food or water, but they'll hand you tequila. Alcohol poisoning 101.
their luggage.
Plenty of people had their luggage stolen. But don't worry, if you have any valuables, the festival advertised top-notch security. Here it is. But no one told guests they had to provide their own lock. There are rumors of muggings by the locals.
I heard rumors of feral dogs.
A tent supposedly caught fire.
Wow.
The closest beach has a rampant shark problem.
What?
Staff don't have any uniforms or walkie-talkies, so no one knows who's in charge, and the people who are in charge can't talk to each other. Here's the bathroom.
No,
Many staff quit after only a couple of hours. For the few customers who are willing to just make the most of it and enjoy the music, they had some bad news too. All of the major musical acts pulled out. In fact, Major Lazer wasn't even confirmed to go in the first place.
Oh,
The event was promoted
that's
as
bad.
cashless, so all people had were these useless Disney bucks on their Fyre band, which meant they couldn't buy anything or catch a cab if they were stranded. And even with only 500 people, there are too few tents and beds, so everyone is just stealing each other's. And
Man, that's just like a free-for-all to see who will survive. That freaking sucks. It's gonna get much worse. Holy, I did hear about this back in the day, but I didn't really look into it. I didn't know it was this bad. Hi, Marshall. How are you? Welcome. Kamaboko, I hope you're having a good day. It's okay if they're wearing socks. I mean, even if you wear socks, I don't judge. If you don't wear socks, I don't judge either. But don't do it on my YouTube channel because I'm gonna get demonetized again.
for any of you thinking you could just escape to the sandals, bad luck. It's peak season and they are absolutely full. People are reaching out to the embassy for help. After a few hours, most people chose to go back to the airport, and the rest were forced back home. When
What the
Bahamian
fuck
government
is this pirate looking shit? Dude, I expected a head on one of these. Does this not look like one of those games that you play where the players get stranded, like Outlast, and then you just explore and then you see a bunch of staked human beings? This is so creepy. Holy moly.
When the Bahamian government stepped in, the festival was closed.
The forests are
exodus
pretty
from
cool.
the island made its own problems. Guests spent hours dehydrated and hung over in a hot building. Why staff
Hungover.
locked the door isn't entirely known. But one
What?
girl fainted before they were finally reopened. Everyone gets home and that was the end of it.
Oh, thank
Except
God.
for me. I was rescuing someone, helping them out, and I got lost in the woods. Anyway, back at home, the shitstorm on social media was just ramping up. The Reddit Fyre Festival was created, and it started documenting everything that went wrong at the event.
Wait, let's read some of this, Sal. Let's read some of this. Would be for a great episode. An actual account of what went down last night. I heard you guys. I heard about you guys getting burned. That's why in 2 weeks I am hosting the Ice Festival in Syria. I met this really nice guy at the festival. He said there are some accommodations on the other side of the island we can stay at. Yeah, for real. Just ate my first human.
People were circulating a fake tweet by Jar that the whole thing was a social experiment.
No,
Some
really.
wholesome festival memes there. And it quickly
They have one pool with like, this is the kiddie pool with the balls. Oh man.
festival memes there.
Pain
And it
pickle.
quickly turned into a marketing case study of what not to do. In response, Fyre started serving cease and desist letters to stop people from saying mean things about them. Mr. Rule released an official statement online, both apologizing and saying that it's not his fault. Interestingly, he wasn't even on the island at the time. He was giving a concert in Chicago. Although, to their credit, they offer everyone a full refund.
Oh, good.
Or you could always let it ride and opt in for tickets to 2018's Fyre Festival.
No!
And a VIP ticket to next year's firefight. If they decide to get it. Exactly.
Next year?
Meanwhile, Billy is on full damage control. He claims that a storm came in the night before and changed all of the marketing into lies.
We got to a point that we were very excited about on Wednesday night with how the two sites looked, and we got hit by a big storm.
No.
But the apologies weren't enough. A few days later, and the first lawsuit was served.
I don't know, Tsai. I feel like if you make a mistake on the internet, the best way to tackle it is just to own up to it. The more you try to cover shit up on the internet, the more you dig your own grave. Because, man, some of these people here don't touch grass, and they're basically FBI agents. How old is this video? It's 6 years old. It's pretty old.
Attorney Ben Misalis doesn't think it's funny. He's filed a $100 million class action lawsuit against the organizers.
Then another suit. Then 7 more.
Oh, wow.
Then the feds got involved, claiming Billy had committed wire fraud. Serious charges with serious prison
What's a
time.
wire fraud? Deceitful scheme to secure money or property committed or aided through the use of interstate wires. What does that mean? Mina, I hope you had a good dinner. No worries at all. Thank you so much for dropping in. I'll see you later. See you later. Have a good nap.
More on that later.
Okay.
But first, right now, let's go into the history of Fyre Festival. The marketing was clever. To get the word out, they got in touch with about 400 influencers, Instagram celebrities, and they offered them VIP tickets or cash to promote the event. They even managed to get Kendall Jenner to post about it.
Really?
Rumor has it she was paid $250,000 for this post. Their marketing worked.
Wow. Can
The
someone
festival sold out.
Can someone give me
So how did it go
$250,000
so wrong? Let's start with the money.
for an influencer
During the planning
post?
process, a consultant came in and said the festival would cost $50 million and require another year of organization.
Okay.
They should have planned this 2 whole years out.
This is after they made all the promises, and they had nothing near that amount, so they started cutting expenses way back.
What the
Remember those
fuck?
luxury villas? They were going to cost $10 million alone, so they scrapped them. Now everyone gets a tent. Deposits for the bands? Nope. Food, infrastructure, staff, all were cut back. But, you may ask, how did they have so little cash if they sold out? It's the price. It was way too low.
How much was
Now wait
it?
a minute. Up to $250,000 a ticket is too low. In fact, on social media, people were so merciless and unsympathetic towards the guests because they thought it was a bunch of rich kids paying for tickets with a starting price of $12,000.
That's so
And you can
expensive.
thank fake news for that assumption. You see that number repeated everywhere. But actually, very few were paying even close to that amount. The standard price was around $1,200. Which, if you think about 2 weeks in the Bahamas with practically all of your expenses taken care of, that's pretty bloody good. In
That's
fact,
pretty.
some tickets-
That's pretty low. Like, for reference, if I from Canada, if I want to go to Mexico resorts for 7 nights, that's around 1,500 Canadian. 2 weeks in the Bahamas with everything included instead of, and it's like kind of like a luxury trip. 1,200 is very low.
were as low as $500.
Oh
6
my
months ago,
God.
got together and got the early bird special for about $500, and this covered food, transportation, ticket, and somewhere to sleep.
How on earth were they going to break even with that? They weren't. And on the flip side, there's no proof whatsoever that anyone purchased a $250,000 ticket. So basically, they're stuffed. Billy has to start taking tough short-term loans just to keep afloat. Which, by the way, is why they did the Fyre bans.
He's still on the island.
It's reported that up to $2 million in Firebucks in-game currency was spent in the lead-up to the event. But this wasn't even close to enough. Practically broke, and with the event only a few weeks away, the more experienced staff suggested postponing.
Yeah.
But thanks to those short-term loans, he couldn't.
Oh.
So he insisted on going forward.
Oh,
Those
I
staff tried to control the
see.
damage by telling celebrities and public figures not to go.
Oh, I got you.
So, Billy and Jar are in some serious trouble. But let's please have one failed festival that has a sequel. Well,
Uh-oh.
Billy is out on $300,000 bail. His assets were frozen as at May 18th. He dropped his expensive attorneys. He's selling his property in New York. He tried to sell Magnesis for $150,000, but it was cancelled for being fraudulent. Massively in debt and with no hope of paying it back, Fyre went into involuntary bankruptcy.
Oof.
And that is the end of Fyre Festival.
What? Wait, but what about the people that placed their tickets on hold for the 2018 Fyre Festival? I expected good things. Damn,
I'll keep
scam.
you posted about whether Billy is going to jail. So long, Fyre Festival. You were too beautiful for this world. And as for me, well, it's time to go home.
Can you go home? Oh. Good luck, sir. Is this Raft? Is this how the game Raft came to be? Oh, rip. Well, if he's dead, then who's running the channel?